Good morning, students. Today we discuss about the model question answer of fifth chapter, that is a group technology and CAP, group technology and computer aided process planning. Here the first question: list the different methods available for forming the groups in group technology. Means that is how to make the groups in group technology. That is first what is the group technology definition. Group technology is a manufacturing philosophy in which similar parts are identified and grouped together to take advantage of their similarities in design and production. Means you check the number of products and analyze the design products and separate those who have a similarity in their design and make one group. Same as making the group in sports. Those have similar properties, make the group and allow for that production process. Here methods used for forming the groups. First one is the visual inspection method. Second one is the parts classification and coding. See, in visual inspection method, that is a direct method. It involves the classification of parts into families by looking at their physical appearance or physical parameters. That is, usually we can make the group. That type of method is visual inspection method. The another type is part classification and coding. In this, make the group with respect to that parts and code that parts with the coding systems. In the parts classification and coding, the identify the parts and similar groups in the form of coding system. That is a one code related to the one group. These are two types of groups available in a group technology. One is a visual inspection and second one is the parts and coding system. The next question is list the functions of coding system. So what are the functions of coding system? The first one is the identification and filling the data. For identification and filling the data, we are using the coding systems. Second one is the forming the basics for reference and prediction about the group members. That is to know the remembering a reference of a group members in that particular group. Next one is providing the explanatory information about the family groups. It gives a clear attributes of items within a family for formation of the groups. These are some functions of coding systems. The next question is list the types of coding system, or what are the types of coding system. Here you have three types. First one is a hierarchical or monocode system. So you may see in this block diagram, it consists of levels, three levels: level 1, level 2 and level 3. In the first level the code is 1. In second level that is distributed into more than 2. Again in third level, each that distributed level is again divided into number of codes. Means in one code we have a number of digits or alphabets. That type of coding is a hierarchical or monocode system. Means for all the products you have only one code, but that code consists of number of bits. The second one is the attribute or polycode system. That consists of a number of bits, but each bits describe the different values. So here we have one example, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is one code value. This first number indicates that is a material. Second number is the material form. Third one is the material property. Fourth one is the bending method. Fifth one is the tolerance. Next is the surface finish. Seventh one is the stat method. The final one is the special requirement. See here 1 to 8 is the code. In that code, each digits indicates its separate working specification or separate meanings. But in a mono code we have only one code. In that a number of levels, but here a number of bits, that is the digits. Third one is the hybrid or mixed. This is the combination of first two, polycode and monocode. In some process we are using this type of coding system, that is a hybrid coding system. In a block you know that it is a combination of two polycode and one monocode, but you may use any one of this code. The code is only one identification, but it is a different form, whether mono, poly or hybrid. Next one is the list the application of group technology, or what are the applications of group technology. The first one is the product design. It shows the product designs. Second one is the tooling and setups. Third one is the material handling. Fourth one is the production and inventory control. It is for inventory control process also. Next one is the employee satisfaction. That is a high quality product. Next one, process planning procedures. It shows the detail of process plannings. Next, fifth question is define a cellular manufacturing and explain its relevance in modern manufacturing. See, what is the application of this cellular manufacturing in a modern manufacturing? First, you know the definition of cellular manufacturing is the process of manufacturing which is a subsection of just in time manufacturing. That is a quick manufacturing by the lead time to reducing the setup, work part handling and waiting times and batch sizes. This cellular manufacturing is the quick process of manufacturing by reducing that total time in the process from input to output. Then what are its relevance? First one is that to reduce the work in process in inventory. That is make the batches and reduce the smaller batches and to reduce the work in process. Second one is the improve quality. You know how to improve quality? Here use the specialization of producing the number of parts. By this the quality of the product is increased. Next one, to simplify the production scheduling. That is the similarity among the parts. Next one, to reduce the setup times. Means as you know it is a quick process. The total setup time is required in this is very less. So it is a used to reduce the setup times. Next, it also consists of multiple cells. Cells means a group of assembly machines. By this the production rate will increase. It also increase the high quality product for a less time and also produce the physical safe and quick awareness or easy to handle for labors. That is some application or importance in a modern manufacturing. Why we need a cellular manufacturing in a modern technology. Next one, list and explain the machining cell designs. You know already what is the machining cells. These are the cells consist of number of assembly machines and produce the work from that machines with a quick and high quality product. That is a machining cells. Then in that we have different types of machine cells. That is a single machine cell, group machine cell with manual handling, group machine cell with semi integrated handling and flexible manufacturing cell. The name itself indicates first one, single machine cell. It consists of one machine plus supporting fixtures and toolings. In this we have only one machine cell. On that machine we perform the operations. Next one is the group machine cell with a manual handling. It consists of more than two machine cell. In that some work is handled with the labors. That is a manual handling. Third one is a group machine cell with semi-integrated handling. So here again consists of more than two machine cell and labors also equal portion of that machines. That is a number of machines is equal to number of labors. That is semi-integrated. Fourth one is a flexible manufacturing cell. That is FMS. It is also one new technology in the manufacturing for a highly automated process. So after automation and sim, you go for this one. That is a flexible manufacturing cell. The next one is explain the importance of group technology in a present manufacturing scenario. So why it is required in a presently. That is a group technology. First one, it improves the cost estimation and procedure, and also promotes the design standardization. It promotes the standardization of reliable area of manufacturing such as the tooling and setups. It also simplified the group technology work. It used the virtual machine cells and also for formal machine cells. It also used to increase the production rate at high quality production. Means once you implement the group technology, the production rate will increase with the increasing quality and with the less time. That are some application or importance of group technology in a manufacturing. Next, explain the group technology. See, I already know the definition of group technology. Here again, you know what is the meaning of that group technology. It is a manufacturing philosophy in which similar parts are identified and grouped. First, to make the identification of a similar parts in your design and make that one particular group. After making a group and analyze the different codes for each group and go for working. In this again use the cellular manufacturing. In a group technology, we consider one example here, a plant producing 10,000 different parts may be able to 10 groups the variety of majority of those parts in 30 to 40, means out of 10,000 they make the 10 groups. In that 10 groups they make the group with respect to that similarity in their design, not a product or analysis. Next one, I explain about the Optis coding system generally used in a group technology. See, Optis coding system or Optis classification system, it is a type of coding system which consists of three sequence digits. See here we have three digits. First one is a 1 2 3 4 5, this is one digit. 6 7 8 9, this one is a number. Next one ABCD, here we have 1 to 9 numbers and ABCD. In that first 5 digits, that is 1 to 5, called as a form code that indicates the form of your products. Next 4 digits 6 7 8 9, that are called a supplementary code that indicates the attributes of manufacturing. The last 4 digits, that are the alphabets ABCD, that are called as a secondary code. So if you go for Optis coding system for your product, use this sequence 1 2 3 4 5 first, that is the supplementary code. Second one is the form code. Third one is the secondary code, 1 to 9 number and ABCD alphabets. Next, explain the needs for computer aided process planning, that is a CAP. Why the CAP is required? First one, it leads to optimal utilization of manufacturing facilities, that is a maximum usage of manufacturing facilities, and also to satisfy the different customer demands, different specification demands. It reduces the longer lead times, means quick process, to simplify the process plan, and also to standardize the process plan, to reduce the labor work, to increase the production rate, the same as the second one, for arriving the right decision for planning the manufacturing operations. These are some needs of computer aided process planning in manufacturing. Next one, explain the retrieval type of computer aided process planning method. This is the first method of CAP technology. It consists of a standard process plan in the stored computer files for each part code number. In this process, the root sheet are based on the current part routing in the factory or on ideal process plan. This is a type of a CAP mainly used the computer signal, that is a computer aided process planning retrieval type. It consists of a following step. In the first step one, selection, that is selecting on appropriate classification and coding. Selection, coding and classification. Next one, forming the families, that is with respect to group technology. Second step. Third one is the preparing standard process plans, that is with respect to that part. These are the three steps: selection, making the group, and analyze the group for preparing standard process plan for part facilities. Next question is the explain the generative type of computer aided process planning, that is generative type of CAP. As compared to first one, this one is a little bit different in a existing plan. Instead of retrieving and editing an existing plan contained in the computer database, in this type of technology, the human planner would use. In first one we are use the computer for planning and specification, here use the humans. The problem of designing generative type of CAP system is usually considered part of field. Again, both are same, but only here use the labor as a process planner. In first one is the computer. There are some steps of a second type of CAP, that is a generative. First one is a geometric model of the part that is developed on a CAD system during the product design. First we make the CAD or product design system. Next one, group technology code number of the part that defines the part features in significant detail. Show the insignificant details of group technology, that particular part. Next one is explain the methodology to be followed for developing the retrieval type of CAP system, or this question may ask as essential elements in retrieval CAP system. Means methodology and essential elements are same. In exam they may ask explain the methodology or essential elements. This is a block diagram or variant or retrieval type of CAP. It is also called as a variant. First one is the part description, your part details. Second, you know the GT code. After knowing the part details, you go for GT code. Next, process plan, new process plan and master plans. Here process plan is the your original plan. New process plan is the once it is failed, you go for new process plan. Again from here you select the new process plan, that is a master plans, that is database. First you store the number of plans in database and select any one of that plan for your process. Once you need to new, again select the new plan for database system. Here are steps. First one is the identification of parts. Check the parts. Second one is the using the coding system, GT coding system. Third one is the part in the family or process plan is executed. There are 3 steps or methodology. Whenever you know the new parts required, you go for this step. GT code for the part is developed already in the first methodology. Next, the process plan is retrieved matching the group codes. Next one is the process plan is edited. Fourth one is the new process plan is manually coded and entered into database. That is already store the number of plans in database. Select the that plans from required new process. Next question is explain the methodology or essential elements for generative type of CAP. Here first 13th question is the elements or methodology of retrieval or variant. This one is the methodology or elements of generative type. So here consider first one part description, from there to process plan and process plan. That is a part description in a system, from there to process plan logic. Next go for a process plan. These are the 3 main steps. In a logic we have a number of operations, that is a machine tool, cutting tool, jigs and materials. These are also connected to the work specification or work analysis with respect to which work we are doing on that particular selected material for a generative type of CAP. See, this is a methodology, consists of number of steps. First one is the identify the machine values. Second one is the do the preliminary sorting or making the sortation. Next one is examine the pockets for family possibilities. Fourth one is select a machine tool which used for your work. Fifth one is identify the process sequence required for the machining operations. Next one is select the cutting tool required for the pocket and its operations. Next one is obtain the optimum cutting process, speed and feed rate or depth of cut. Next one is sort out the operations on basis of machine tool and cutting tool. Next one is calculate the machining time and idle time. Next one is select the final process plan. 12th one is display the final result in any one of the following form. Next one is process sheets are all for numerical form. Machining the simulation step procedure and process picture and CNC part program. 1 to 12 step, these are very simple step from starting to end. Identification, selection, coding, feed rate value, cutting speed, start the work, give the feed rate. As each process indicates the each step in this methodology. Next one, explain the needs for FMS. See, already know what is a FMS is a flexible manufacturing system. What are its needs? First one is to increase the machine utilization, means maximum utilization of machine. For fewer machines requires or less machines requires. For reduction in a factory floor space required, means the total area required for this is less compared to other manufacturing process. To greater responsiveness, to the reduced inventory requirements, to lower the manufacturing lead times at high production, to reduce the direct labor requirements and higher level productivity, to give the opportunity for unattained production. That is unattained production means the details design production can possible in this system, flexible manufacturing system. Next one is explain the importance of material handling system in FMS. There is some importance. First one is the random independent movement of work parts between the station, means randomly movement the work parts in the system. Next, handle the variety of work part configuration. Next one is the temporary storage, to store the work or process or products temporarily. Convenient access for loading and unloading the work part. Last one is compatible with the computer control. That is handling system is used for the computer control system. Next one, explain the types of material handling device used in FMS. See what are the devices we are using in FMS for material handling. First one is the transport system devices, that are the X overhead conveyors. Next one, buffer storage systems, machine X pallets, etc. Next one, transfer system to load and unload the machines, robots and etc. Here etc is automatic tool changer. Next, sensor and material handling system. We may use some sensors, automatic storage system, automatic retrieval system, conveyors, etc. These are the some devices which you are using in FMS. Next one is the difference between two types of CAP, that is the retrieval type and generative type of process planning. See, I already know the details of these two. Here first a retrieval type of computer aided process planning, second one is the generative. Here selecting an appropriate classification and coding for the company here with the CAD system. In a retrieval type, parts produced by the company, but here a GT code indicates that production of that parts. This is implemented with a GT coding system. These are designed automatically for a process plan. Here, in these small batches of widely varying parts are produced, it a large batch of number of parts produced. In this, repeating mistakes are stored in the database. It is not possible in a generative type. In this consists of a logical base which eliminates the gap between the CAD and CAM. These are some difference between these two CAP technology, generative and retrieval type. Next one, identify the benefits of group technology, or what are the benefits of group technology. See, first one, it improves the cost estimation procedure. It also helps the design duplication, means it reduces the design duplication process. It promotes the standardization of several parts. It reduces the setup time. It reduces the process inventory, retire employees, time and cost of process, increase quality of the product, simplify the production schedule. These are some important identify or benefits of group technology. Next one, what are the elements of FMS? Here you consider main elements. First one, the production equipment metal. In that, FMS for sheet and FMS for machining. For sheet, for machining we are using a different flexible manufacturing system. Next one is the support system, material handling systems, automated storage and retrieval system, upper storing parts, chip removal and washing stations, computer control system. These are elements of FMS. Next one, identify the benefits of FMS. What are the benefits of FMS? You know already FMS and why it is required. Here some benefits. Increase the machine utilizations. Reduce the lead time by 40% as compared to other process. Improve the machine utilization by 30%. We can use the high utilization of machines. Reduction of labor time by 30% labor you can reduce. Reduction of direct and indirect labor cost. Reduction in the factory floor space required, means small area required for installation. Reduce the scrap level, means wastage is very less. Next one, identify the advantage and limitation of group technology material handling device used in FMS, means combination of these three, advantage and group technology, FMS and material handling. The first advantages: better human relations, improve the operator skills, less work in process, faster production setup, save a process time, increase the production, high speed process. Means if you install these three in FMS, use a better human relation with a high quality product and less space, less wastage and high production rate. That are the advantage of this one. Next limitations. First one, mainly it is a high cost. Next, not suitable for large variety of products. It only suitable for small products. Next one, it's required high skill labors. It not suit all applications. It is often difficult to continue all the operation for a group of GTCL may be need to constant revision, which is impractical. Means it's required a continuous repetition of process, but it is highly impractical in a practice or work process. These are some advantage and limitations of group technology material handling devices in FMS. In FMS, if you use the group technology, what are the advantage and limitations? Thank you.